Good morning. It is humid in western Kentucky. My run this morning proved that to me again after having known that for a long time. I spent 5 years of my life close to where I am right now, about 10 miles south of here. And having been a graduate of Murray State University, it's really interesting to think that 3 of my children chose to go there. And I'd love to give the university all the credit for that, but I'm not sure that's the case. They did a wonderful job of preparing me for a job. However, it was the road I'm walking on that I think I'm the most. This road comes off a little road called 641. It's a main drive that goes right into Murray, Kentucky. And this road, about 28 years ago, by faith, I came driving down this road. I had a lot of cynicism, a lot of confusion, a lot of contradictions, just a lot of uncertainty about the form of Christianity I had been taught. And then I met this fellow by a set of circumstances for which could only be described by the grace of God. And I guess I'll tell you what happened. I was sitting at my desk one day. The phone rang and a friend said, I've met this man down in western Kentucky whose views of Jesus have revolutionized my Christian faith. This man was an excitable man, and he was a salesman before he was in the role he is in at this point in time. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to wait and see if this sticks before I put any brain time on what he's doing. The very next day, a man called and said, hey, I met this guy down in western Kentucky whose ministry has revolutionized my thoughts about who Jesus is. And so I asked him what the fellow's name, same name, 2 days. So I asked this fellow for his phone number. And I called the phone number and I introduced myself. I said, hi, this is Keith Tyner. These things happened. I don't believe in gosh, the words escaping me, but coincidences. And can you tell me why you're calling? And he did. And he started pointing me to a form of Jesus that no other person had prior to that point in time. So every April, they have a men's retreat. And so I think it was April of 93, I came off 641, which is just over that hill and around that curve there, all by myself, and started driving this road right here. And as I drove this road, I sat in the car, didn't know anybody that was going to be at this men's retreat, and just thought, I'll see what happens here. And at that retreat, I just established some friendships that have been rich and fulfilling over all these years. And so as I was walking the road this morning, I was just thinking, what verse would make the most sense to tell you guys about? And the idea that having been graduated from Murray State, maybe that's why my kids are going there. But the truth of the matter is, Romans 5:1 says, therefore, having been justified by faith, we have, present tense, peace with God. And I think what probably intrigued my kids to go down to school down here was just the time they'd spent down here on this place they call the Hill, hanging out with godly people, hanging out with God, and just sensing that there's something spectacular going on there. And so today I'd encourage you, whatever you've got going on, to go check out Romans 5:1 and think about the tenses of the verb there. Once you trust Christ, you have been justified and you have peace with God. That's enough to give you peace no matter what your circumstances have going on today. At least that's what I found over these last 28 years or so. See y'all. Have a great day.